I have been working hard over here, let me tell you. Today we are going to talk about all of the Patrick Ta cream and powder blush duos. I have every single one of them here. Now, don't feel sorry for me. I enjoyed it. But this has been a labor of love because I thought I would include them all. So it could be a reference. He does have 2 newer shades out in the past month or so. And of course I'll add to them, but I still hope that this video stays as a reference for you guys because we're going to swatch all of them. I am not, however, going to try them all on like I normally would. Why not? Because there's like 23, 24 of them, and they all have I'm doing the duos, right? So they all have a cream and a powder shade. That would be like 46 or 48. So obviously I can't do that, but I am going to swatch them all, and then I'm going to try on my favorites. I'm going to kind of put them in categories and try on my favorites, and we will get them all swatched in the warm California sunshine. My name is Rebecca, and this is Not Fit for Print Beauty. I am a fashion and beauty editor. I have done this for about 25 long years on the other side of the camera, on a keyboard, typing away, interviewing, and all of that stuff, following around your favorite makeup artists and fashion designers and stuff. And that has given me the thought that I would just, I'll do Not Fit for Print Beauty right here on YouTube, giving you a sort of digital beauty magazine to look through. And in this case, hopefully a resource, especially with the Sephora sale coming up or a sale near you, so that you can kind of see if you're interested in buying any of these blush duos that Patrick Ta has really made his name on. So we are going to talk all about that today. Patrick Ta has indeed made his name on this kind of signature cream powder duo situation. And every shade comes with a coordinating powder and a cream. Patrick Ta really changed things by applying it with his signature method, which is the powder and the cream over. But you could wear these 2 separately, and you can even do the powder over the cream. And Patrick Ta generally demonstrates all of that. There are limited edition shades, which I have here. There are shades that were famously included singly, but also in a palette. And then we even had these shades, these really wild, bright shades that were released with some eyeshadow shades. If you guys remember this palette, I have them all here. We had a Barbie shade. Do you remember that? This was released after the Barbie summer. This is a really hot pink kind of Barbie shade with Barbie imprinted on the cup. That came out. I have made sure that the shades I'm demoing for you, I picked my favorite in each category, and I made sure that those are shades that you can still get right now on Sephora. This video will last a little longer than the Sephora sale, but I did have my eye to it for right now. Okay, so here's the categories that I broke things up in, and in that case you're going to see every single one of these. There might be one that I somehow let slip through the cracks. Please be kind. This was definitely a labor of love. Okay, so here's the 4 categories that I broke the shades up into, because like I said, there's a lot of them. I kind of did like soft everyday shades. Those include the pinks, the neutrals. Those are the ones that Rebecca here likes. I don't like a real dark blush, but that's just me. I divided up into the peach or the warmer orangey shades, the rose or the kind of sculpting shades. They're almost bronzer-like. And then I went with those bold, high impact. That's where like that Barbie one I just showed you. I tend to refer to those as the kind of blush that you've put on too much when it's still sitting across the room from you and you haven't even touched it. And when we demo these, I picked 2 in each category, and we're going to demo it with the Patrick Ta signature application, which is powder with cream over it. But in doing so, you'll see the powder alone first, of course, and I'll overdo it so you guys can really see it. All right, so let's start with our soft everyday shades. I'm going to take you outside into the warm California sunshine and show you left to right. We have Giving Flirty, Just Enough, Thank Me Later, Giving I Need Her, Not Too Much, and She's Flushed. One more time, that's Giving Flirty, Just Enough, Thank Me Later, Giving I Need Her, Not Too Much, and She's Flushed. There is another pinker shade that I have down in the hot pinks. These are just kind of the wearable kind of pinky shades. And I thought I would show you my 2 favorites. I picked a kind of a neutral pink and a deeper one. I picked Just Enough right here. This is Just Enough. It's a really pretty kind of light, gentle bubblegum pink, baby girl pink. And I picked the deeper Giving Flirty, which is this one right here. This is in a blush palette. Now, I know you guys are waiting for me to say it. I like to joke that this, he has this what I call a tar flap. This is that plastic flap that divides the cream from the powder in all of his duos. Every time he does a duo, whether it's a bronzer or a blush or a highlight, I like to call it the tar flap because I think it has a nice ring to it. Yeah, I know that others have used it, Natasha Denona specifically, but you know, as I always say, Denona flap doesn't sound as good as tar flap. So I do like to call that plastic thing the tar flap, and I keep hoping that one day we're going to hear Patrick Ta use it unironically. That's when I'll know I have won. All right, so let's try this on, and then we got a face wash coming up here for me. So here is my kind of neutral pink. I picked just enough. I think this is really pretty. And like I said, I'm going to do his signature application. So we're going to be using, some Sonia G and some Rephr brushes. I'm going to start with the powder, and this is still packs a punch. It's nothing like that Barbie shade I showed you, but it still packs a little bit of a punch. So I knocked some of it off here. And here you go. I'll do it a little bit darker than I normally would. I don't really do a dark blush, but this is definitely darker than I would wear it. Not as an application technique, but just to kind of show you the shade on my neutral skin tone, light, medium, neutral skin. There it is with just the powder. And I'm going to take a slightly damp, wrung out beauty blender to apply the cream over the top, and I am definitely overdoing it, guys. Again, not an application technique. I just want you to kind of see what it looks like. And that is definitely over applied. It's pretty, it's a pretty shade, but I don't think I would wear it that heavily. I just wanted to show it to you. And then we're gonna go a little deeper with Giving Flirty. I picked two shades. I did make sure these were shades that were available on Sephora. Okay, so again, I'm gonna take a clean brush. I got a lot of brushes here. And this is gonna be a little bit deeper. So this is that category. Then I'll do a face wash and we'll go into the next category. Doesn't look deeper right now, even over applied, because on the first I put the cream over it. Sometimes I'll actually even wear the cream alone. Got another beauty blender. We're gonna go into the cream on this one, and then you'll see it get a lot deeper. This is a very cool tone pink. He's got a lot of pinks. Patrick Ta likes the pinks. I just thought this would be a really fun video to do, because I've been thinking about doing this ever since he released 2 new shades recently. And there we go. A little brush hair on me. All right, so there's 2 pinks. You did see them all swatched next to each other outside, but we have Just Enough and we have Giving Flirty. Those are 2 examples of pinks. Okay, time for a face wash so that we can move over to our peach and warm shades and look at them all and try 2 on. Stay right there. I'm sorry I couldn't try all of these on for you guys. Not only would my face hurt, it would be tedious. All right, let's look at our peach and warm shades, and we're going to first take those outside into the warm California sunshine. We have Giving Sun-Kissed, Soft Launch, that's a newer shade. Do We Know Her, and She's the Moment. So Patrick Ta really only has, there's some orangier shades that I have down in the bold category, but in that kind of peach warm wearable shades, there's only 4. Let's, again, take a look at them outside in the warm California sunshine. Giving Sun-Kissed, Soft Launch, Do We Know Her, and She's the Moment. And I have chosen, of those 4, only 2 actually are available. So we have this brand new True Peach shade in Soft Launch, and then we have the kind of She's the Moment, which is a bit deeper and warm. They are kind of similar. Okay, so starting with our brand new True Peach, I'm gonna switch to a brand new brush, and let me overdo it and just show you what we have. These are really pretty. I'll say this, I don't generally lean towards a warm orange blush, but Patrick Ta's are beautiful. And this is wearable, and this is one of those newer shades, okay? Again, with our beauty blender, you don't have to use a beauty blender for this part. Patrick Ta does use a sponge, generally in his application. So let me just overdo that just so you could really see what it looks like on my neutral light medium skin. And that is the Patrick Ta application technique minus the application expertise. So I'm just quickly doing it. Okay, and then to go a little bit bolder, we're going to go with She's the Moment. You can see this one is a bit more well loved. I keep switching brushes so that you guys know I'm not contaminating. Okay, and this is kind of the powder portion of this is kind of a pinky powder. It's very pretty though. Beauty blender. Very overdone so that you can definitely see the color. No, I wouldn't go out of the house like that. Just want to kind of show you what that shade looks like. Okay, so this is a very dark application of She's the Moment. And then that kind of True Peach Soft Launch, which is a newer shade. Those are really, really, really pretty. Okay, time for another face wash for me, and we'll come back and do the rose kind of sculpting shades, which are my favorite that Patrick Ta does. Okay, these are my absolute favorite shades. These are kind of those rosy sculpting shades. Some of them lean a little dark and I stuck those in the bolder category. But let's just look at the ones that I'm calling kind of everyday rosy, bronzy type shades. Taking them outside into the warm California sunshine, we have She's Baked, She's Seductive, She Goes to the Gym, She's So LA, and She's Blushing. These are, like I said, my favorites. By the way, if you haven't realized, I was a bit neglectful in not mentioning that the way I am doing these is, of course, cream powder, cream powder. That's how I'm doing it. Obviously, the cream and powder are next to each other. One more time, we have She's Baked, She's Seductive, She Goes to the Gym, She's So LA, and She's Blushing. And I thought I would bring two of my favorites over here. She's So LA, and She's Blushing. I thought we would try those on. Now these are nuanced. I mean, you can even see when they're in the case, She's So LA and She's Blushing. Okay, so She's So LA. I am actually a little bit LA, okay? This is the one I generally choose to wear, not just because I'm from LA, but I just like it. It's almost like a bronzer, but I just think it's very sophisticated and beautiful. There it is without any sort of the cream over it. And if I were to add in the cream on top, which I sometimes don't do, it is a very bronzy look, but I really like it. Okay, and to go a little bit deeper, we're going to go with She's Blushing. Again, switching up brushes. So this is a little bit deeper, but I think beautiful. I love Patrick Ta blushes, but when they start getting crazy, like the next category, I'm out. Honestly, the next category is a lot for me. Okay, this is over applied. And let's get some of the cream on there. Way over applied. I know that's silly, but that just gives you an idea of really boldly. We have She's So LA, She's Blushing. They are similar. And you saw the arm swatches, they're similar as well. Okay, now we're going to go to the category that I admit to being afraid of, but I will not have to purposely over apply because they're going to be over applied anyway. And those are the bold high impact shades. Going for a face wash. Before you worry that I haven't completely washed off my face, I have. It's just getting a little red because I'm scrubbing at my face. This is why we didn't do all of them. Can you have imagined? Okay. All right, so let's talk about these shades. We got a lot of them. These are like hot pinks. They have dark intense. So I'm going to show you all of them. The top row are going to be our hot pinks, and then the bottom row are these darker intense shades. So let's take it outside into the warm California sunshine. For our hot pinks, we got She's a Doll, She's Vibrant, She's a Barbie Doll, and giving main character. Into those dark, intense ones on the bottom, we have She Left Me on Red. She knows who she is, she's wanted, and she's giving. One more time, these are deep and dark, aren't they? She's a doll, she's vibrant, she's a Barbie doll, giving main character. And then on the bottom, the dark intense, She Left Me on Red, she knows who she is, she's wanted, she's giving. All right, so what did I choose? Well, I decided to choose She's a Doll and Left Me on Red. Left Me on Red I actually like. Because when I say I'm in my red era, I really am. The She's a Doll shade I'm pulling, this is sold individually. This is sold individually, but I am pulling from my blush palette where I have it. So let's do She's a Doll first. So this is one of those that could be in with the pinks, but it's pretty vibrant. Now look at this. This is not over applying, and it's already over applied, even though it's not over applied. It's a lot. It's a lot. These, to me, this is a little bit much for me, to be honest. Let's try the cream right over the top of it. I'm getting every beauty blender I own is out of here, guys. I actually didn't over apply that. I didn't do too bad of a job. But that's for the pink. And then for the red, I actually admit I like this one. I admit I like this one, but it is something. Okay, I'm scared of it, but I like it. All right, so let's see. Let me try to apply it with discretion. I do think I can. I mean, these are really good blushes. If you go crazy, you're going to be in trouble. But they blend really, really well. And I mean, I think that's a beautiful red blush. I know I didn't apply it precisely like I could have. But let's get some of this cream on there. The one thing about Patrick Ta blushes that I really like, first of all, you can't say they're not pigmented, even the lightly pigmented ones. But secondly, they really do stay on because the system of cream and powder, and you can even do powder, cream, powder, you know, that system really makes things stick. This is not expertly applied. I just want you to see the shade. Now, remember, the other thing is, you guys, you can do powder over cream. You can't just wear one or the other. It's hard to look at me and take me seriously right now, I know. But they're beautiful. Sometimes I'll even run them onto the eye. And I just wanted to show you all the shades in the swatches. Now, here's what I'll do for you. If you needed to see something a little bit better, like before the sale or something, I do that over on Instagram quite happily. I just didn't want to do all of these swatches and do them separately. And it would become a bit cumbersome for people to watch. But I'm over on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Threads. I'm on Facebook. We have a membership here on YouTube that meets every Friday. We would love to see you there. All that information is down below in the description box. And then you can find info on how to purchase these blushes. I'll put it up here also in YouTube shopping. It might be down here on the screen now in YouTube shopping across the bottom so that you can click and look and the video keeps playing. Pretty good stuff. Or it turns into a QR code up on the screen if you're watching in your living room. So all sorts of good stuff. Let me know what you need to see because I'm happy to swatch more for you over on Instagram if you're making a decision and I blew past it, because I do have them all here, you guys. And this was something to get them all out. I'm wearing a lot of blush right now. Lopsided. But I just wanted to show them to you and celebrate the fact that, my goodness, this man has done more with blush, Patrick Ta, than almost anyone. There's a lot of blush. I didn't even realize what I was getting into when I started. So let me know your thoughts. I'm going to meet you guys in the comments. Let me know what else you need to see and what your thoughts are. Do you use yours? What's your favorite Patrick Ta blush duo? I think mine is She's So LA or She's Blushed. I like those a lot. I don't like the pinks as much. They're a little bit cool tone for me. What's your favorite? What do you like? What do you wear? What do you think's best for cool tone lovers, warm tone lovers, neutral lovers? Share your experiences and let's chat down in the comment section. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.